This video is going to model the intervention kit for 4th grade. It's kit 3.0 on being able to estimate and divide multi-digit numbers. So I'm going to play the role of the person giving the intervention, and Ms. M is going to play the role of the student. You'll need everything that comes in the kit, and we'll go through all the pieces. You do have your script or your directions to lead you through all the parts, and then it lists the materials. And then before giving this intervention, really important that you go through and you read about the different ways that kids might know how to divide, the different strategies. So this sheet shows you the rectangle method, the division expanded notation method, and digit by digit, which is the traditional, which is the way most adults learn. But there's other methods too that some of the kids really find that more easy for them to understand. So we'll start out, and then you want to take and write each student's name on the recording sheet, and this is what goes back to the teacher. So I would write Maria's name here, and then for the warm-up, she's going to estimate the answers. And now this isn't just like straight rounding estimating. This is looking for what's called easy numbers or compatible numbers. So Maria, if I draw one of my little white cards here, and I have the sides all facing up that just have the problem, not the answer to, and I draw 122 divided by 2, Maria, can you look at this and either use your marker board or mentally in your head? Can you tell me about how many times 2 goes into 122?
Okay. I'd say it goes about 60 because I know that 2 goes into 12 6 times.
Okay.
And so that would be 120.
And then I can flip it over and say, yep, 120 divided by 2 is 60. Nice job. And if she wasn't able to see it, then I'd help her through that. If you have more than one student, you'd have them each write on their marker boards and then share the answer. But since this is one-on-one, she can just tell me. Okay, that's just a quick minute, so we could do a second card if she was that speedy.
Okay.
And now we're going to go to the activity, which is long division. So we're going to take the deck of cards, and we're going to draw out either 4 cards or 5, depending on if the student's ready for bigger numbers. We're just going to start with 4. And I have a 2, a 5, and another 5, and an ace. So, Maria, and an ace is worth 1.
Okay.
Can you use these numbers to make a division problem?
Okay.
And we're just going to divide by 1 digit. So take and create a problem where you take 3 digits divided by 1 digit.
So I'll put 5 divided by, or 5 goes into 251.
Perfect. So everyone's going to write the problem down on their marker board if we had more than one student. And now just let her solve it using any strategy she would like. So go ahead, Maria, and solve 251 divided by 5. While she's doing that, I'm going to go back to my recording sheet, and I'm going to say yes, she could estimate correctly. If she couldn't, I'd put no, and then I might put a comment here. And now I'm also going to circle on my recording sheet that she's dividing by a 1-digit number. I'm going to circle the 1 digit, and now I'm looking to see if she can accurately do it. Maria, what'd you come up with?
Okay, I came up with 50 remainder of 1.
Perfect. And I would check over her work, and if I needed to, I could use a calculator so that because I'm keeping track of the recording sheet and everything else going on. Now, most students at this age will write remainder 1 versus writing what's left over as a fraction or as a decimal, and that is just fine. Okay. So perfect. So then I would circle, yep, she could divide correctly, and I might write that she's writing remainders. Some more kids that are more advanced might write like fractions or decimals, but since this is an intervention, most likely remainders. Okay, so then if we would do this for about 5 or 6 minutes, then we would move to our closing activity. Oops, before we do that, thank you. The fun factor, we're going to take our little chart that has all the different strategies for division, place the paper clip on it, a pencil, and then Maria, let's spin and let's see if you use the strategy that we spin.
The rectangle sections method.
Did you use the rectangle sections method?
No, I did not.
No, we did. That would be like doing this where we take and we break it down into parts. So Maria would earn a sticker if she used that strategy, just for a little fun. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the closing, which is division capture. So you need to use this game sheet, and up on the top it tells you which die to use. We're going to use one with numbers 1 through 6. There's also a 4 to 9 die. And we're going to take turns trying to get 3 numbers in a row. Okay. So each using our own color marker. So Maria, you can go first.
Okay. So I got a 4, so I have to look at something that would go into. And we have one there.
Okay, so she just put a 4 into 24 divided by 4 to equal 6 to make it a true statement. And then I have a 5, so I'm going to look, 40 divided by 5 is 8. And then we would just keep going back and forth until somebody someone was able to get 3 in a row. And that's kind of the wrap up of this activity.